what I'm trying to say is, it's not going to be the same model, but then the artist needs to think beyond saying, you like the entitlement of need to be booked. You need to book me.
It's the switch up, baby.
Yes, sir. What it do? It's your boy DJ Switch the Mixtape King. If you don't know, now you know, suckers. Yeah, that's the line right there. You feel me? Give us a like, subscribe. Give us them damn super thanks, yo. We're coming to live from Jeff's place. But Jeff, thank you so much for having us out here. This is our final episode for the Eastern Cape, or I would say East London edition. We did shoot a shot a couple of weeks ago. Shout out to Brad Jeff for hosting us. It was absolutely insane, crazy. Shout out to everybody that's been tuning in, giving us the likes on Facebook mostly, because Facebook is where the Eastern Cape is at. Trust me, right? We're hanging with none other than hip-hop advocate for the Kasi, for the culture, for the sneaker cleaning, the couch cleaning, the whatever cleaning you want to call it. He goes by the name of Ayerz Mabinda. I saw this guy. We've been following each other for some time now. Just after COVID, he was struggling. He started a brand new business, opened it up for himself, made it work. And homie is thriving right now. Got his own radio show on Keith and Gacy's online show. Check it out. He's got his own show called isiXhosa Hip Hop Heritage. Bros.
Yes, sir. Yes,
what
sir.
What it do, pa?
Easy. What's
and that's
good?
Finally, huh?
Yeah,
We've been communicating for such a long time, bro.
Online.
Yeah, man. And shout out to you, bro. Always wanting to help out and just trying to, grow this thing, get us out here as well and assist us. And, we had a great show. And, man, shout out to you, bro. Where did it all start for you? Because I know you're also a rapper.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You're a
That's where
rapper.
it
Now you
started.
cleaning sneakers. Not these ones, because these ones are cock right now. He calls it his work sneakers.
It work? Yeah.
Bro, what does it take to... All right, you saw the rap game. You saw a bit of fame. You got a bit of money. And then all shit just breaks loose and you have to rebuild and restart.
Definitely. For me, I come from a village in King Williamstown called Indevan. That's where I actually come from. So for me, hip-hop was one thing that I was always interested in. But it was a bit weird because there no one really cares about that. Sure. It's a village. So...
the Lalis. They call it out here, the Lalis.
It says Lalin. Yeah, but so Vele...
did you get that?
Yeah, I've been giving her lessons. Xhosa is bad. But she will.
Your mother's gonna say, hey, you must go there. You must go see your grandfather there, you see.
So it has always been that. But coming to East London, because King Williamstown is more like a small town just outside East London.
Right.
So coming to stay in East London is what gave me more of an exposure of just doing hip hop to the fullest. Dropping mixtapes, dropping albums, being involved in a lot of things. Did one of the probably biggest local festivals, Arts Imbizo Festival, where we had like 1,500 people. I was handling that. I was doing that.
Fire.
I think it's the only...
Give you some claps, give the man dabs. Yes.
Moved out of the country at some point. I was in Zim for like a couple of months doing music, recording albums, But you know how music is. Make a lot of moves, you become a bit famous in your hood, but money is a different story. So that's when I decided to drop the mic and just started cleaning business, where I started the sneaker cleaning outlet, branched out, opened a second.
All like after COVID, right?
Yep, the sneaker cleaning business. I was always a sneakerhead, always collecting sneakers, buying sneakers, loving sneakers, but 2020, 2019, that's when I decided to clean sneakers from my house. So it was people who just booking, bringing sneakers. Then after COVID, I went full on to open like an outlet to say, I'm going to rent a space. Here, we're going to clean sneakers.
I mean, I saw you on Facebook and I was like, it's a brave move.
Yeah.
And I get it because it's like, hey, you're trying to survive.
Yeah.
And you just were honest about it. It's like, hey, man, you're looking for support. And you just want people to, you kind of just invest in your business. And they did. Because now you're thriving off that, and, we were speaking before the show. And obviously, once again, in the beginning, people don't believe in your dream. And like, you're blunt about it and saying like, they'll first laugh at you.
Yeah.
And then you're going to employ them.
Dog, they were calling my business cheap hustle. Anytime I'm washing dirty sneakers. So they were calling it cheap hustle.
And then I was like... That's frowned upon because you... cleaning somebody else's shoes, but they don't understand how big of a business it is.
It is.
Worldwide.
Yeah, because now I have like 4 employees now. We're working. A few months ago, we opened the second branch, not too far from the one we have. we working, we putting in work. So a big shout out to people like you who saw it from the jump.
Yeah.
Because other people didn't really get it like that. So a big shout out to people like you who saw it from the jump and then they put the word out there. I mean, people respect you, respect your work. So whatever you say, people are like, okay, let's look into it.
And not all the time, bro, but anyway. When they feel it's appropriate.
Yeah.
When it benefits them, they'll be like, yeah.
But otherwise, they would. So yeah, man, now it's a proper business now.
Right.
We from this point, we are building, we're going forward. It's becoming a brand.
I think it's so dope, man, and it's dope, and it's also brave, to have the courage.
Yeah.
And I think with anything being an entrepreneur, it's all about courage. You gotta fail a couple of times, get up, fail, get up, fail, get up, fail, but not to give up. I think the biggest lesson here is not to quit.
It's not to quit.
And I think yes, a lot of people will go for their corporate 9 to 5. And they're making 50K a month, right? And they can pay off their bills because cost of living has gone through the roof.
Yeah.
So a 10K really is bare minimum.
Yeah, definitely.
Right? And you're just kind of getting through the 1 month to get to the next month. Apart from, and that means you're not trying to buy you can't buy anything nice, really.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're just trying to get
it's basic. It's survival.
100%. And and we in this era where there's a lot of rappers coming through the front door. Right? And they want to do this thing, and it's like, bro, if you're trying to survive just on streams because you're not performing, number 2, you need at least, like, what? We did the math. I said 50, let's say 50K monthly listeners.
Monthly listeners.
Right? To maybe buy and flex, you can buy a chain. You can, not a fake chain, maybe a Swarovski one. You feel me? Right? Buy some sneakers. And maybe buy a small transinyana to say A to B. But obviously, knowing a rapper, he's not going to go for a small transi. He wants to get a whip.
Yeah, because we got to look the part.
100%. What are your thoughts on how the rap game has changed from before COVID to what COVID is, to what it is now? And I ask you this with all due respect because I've been hearing the talks we've been having with the artists that have been coming through that most of them are COVID kind of rappers, post-COVID. And I call them COVID rappers because they literally just started the other day. COVID just ended 4 years ago.
4 years ago.
And it changed the whole spectrum of music distribution, releasing of music, how we consume music. And we now on the tube.
Definitely.
And everybody eats, sleeps, YouTube, Spotify, Instagram, Facebook.
We're on our phones all the time.
Like,
it's the internet everywhere.
Without Wi-Fi, you're dying. You feel me? If the internet crashes,
you rather
it's over.
delay your rent than not to pay your Wi-Fi.
I don't know about that, bro. but I can't delay the water night's power because it's cold out here. And damn, you need some hot water.
Yeah, but speaking on the difference to my observation, I would say before COVID, people knew that hip hop is entrepreneurship. The music, basically, it's entrepreneurship. But after it was exposed, because that's where we saw a lot of celebrities coming through, asking for funds, asking for assistance. So if you started rapping, or when you started being an artist after COVID, I think you should understand, it's all up to you. You can't blame anyone, but to understand that music is entrepreneurship. When you're an artist, you're a businessman. So you have to shape it very well. Because I run a sneaker cleaning outlet. Already, I'm thinking about retirement. I'm already thinking about, okay, I can pay there 300 every month so that when I can no longer be able to run this sneaker cleaning thing, I'm able to get retirement funds from there. So artists should now start thinking along those lines, because it's no longer now about you stepping on stage, getting a 50K, blow it, getting hands around you, getting friends, getting lit and everything. Now it's about you as an artist see yourself as more like a vehicle, and then you build a business around you, build a bank account, money goes there, and pay yourself a salary from that. Even though you're a casp on your vest, right? You're getting these gigs, they go there, you're getting these. It doesn't mean when you get R1 million, then let me go buy a car. It means that R1 million is not for you, it's for business.
But you know they're going to do that anyway.
You understand? That is the gospel we're trying to preach to Amachita to say, dog, this art it's more like if you go to a supermarket, you'll find bread. That's what they're selling, right? And then that money goes to the bank account. So with you, that bread is your MP3.
Right.
Your MP3 is what you are selling, but try shape it in a way where it's a business.
I'm gonna go back to one of the interviews that you did with Queries. You know, he's a shout out to Queries. Apparently, he's a goated guy out here, as an OG in East London, and he's sort of bowed out. You know, he's kind of like put down the mic, but he's helping other guys and sort of educating them and teaching them about. Listen, when we had Data File host, we were going crazy on it, but that was when the internet started changing.
Yeah,
that was when
that was a shift.
That was the shift of music distribution. And I heard his cry, and I heard also his points, and he's sort of like, hey man, I'm just tired of trying to fix this for myself, because even him is kind of against the DSPs, just like Snoop Dogg is against the DSPs and trying to see how can you make more money of streaming, but then again, it's the only form we have today, and it's the only form we can beat the radio stations, against payola and even certain radio spins, but we still need them because that's still another form, because we have our Samros, Capassos, Risas that do give us publishing, that do give us not publishing, but give us sync deals or the royalties, deals, so those kind of things we still need them. And you've mentioned a lot of stuff that's so important. Opening up a company, looking at certain entities that will sustain you in the long run, not the short term, but most people look at the short term because I gotta look flash, I gotta look fly. I've gotta wear this chain, I've gotta wear this sneaker. Yes, we all look, that's hip hop. It's the ego that lives outside of us, right? But the money, it will come and go that quick.
Yeah,
Ask
definitely.
me, I've made money, I've lost money, made money, lost money, and that's also entrepreneurship, like you said. And that's such a great analogy. Then you go back to what Jay-Z said, I'm not a businessman. I'm not a business, I'm a businessman.
Yeah.
Understand? Which is probably one of the greatest lines. And that's also, that's for you new kids if you do listen. And that's also the thing, that's where you gotta treat this thing like a business.
Definitely.
Not just the fun, not just the hands, not just the hospitality rider. But how do you get from outside of the studio in front of an audience, your own audience?
Yeah.
And before we started the interview, we're having a kind of a discussion with everybody. And I say, got 100,000 people on your
Follow
Instagram.
you, yeah.
And I said this, and I can't remember what interview was that, bro. Also with
Okay, Swisher.
100%, thank you, Z. It was also with OK Swisher, and I told him the only time we're gonna see your artists blow up properly to see if they got 100,000 followers.
Yeah.
Get 100 people in front of you
in a venue.
And let them pay $100.
Yeah.
And then let's see if you do shit.
Yeah.
Because then that means you can pay yourself like Casper does.
And that's the mentality I was speaking, because if you look at an establishment, I don't want to mention names of businesses because they
shout
didn't
out
pay.
to Brad Jeff still for hosting us, you know what I mean?
Okay, let's say let's use Jeff for an example.
Yeah.
If Jeff's place is followed by, let's say, argument's sake, let's say 500 or 1,000 people on Facebook.
Yeah.
That's the following, 1,000 people. When you come here, you're gonna see 200 people chilling, having fun when there's an event.
Yeah.
Which means then now the following on social media correlates with the reality that is happening at the
10%,
place.
10%, bro. That's what I said.
Do you understand what I'm trying to say? There's the same mentality. If as an artist you take yourself as a business, then those are the things you'll be looking at. Then I have 1,000 people following me on social media. Let me teach those people buying culture. Let me start selling. Let's say I'm dropping a song. Let's say next month on the 25th. Let me start dropping the song now. But if you want to get it now, send a 10 Rand on my Capitec. Then I will send you the song via email. In that way, you are teaching your fans a buying culture. Once they get used to those 10 Rands, why not sell caps for 50 Rand? Then when you then come to them and say, I'm selling a ticket for 500, it makes sense. You can't not sell anything. Then the next thing you're selling a ticket for 500. How? You've never sold anything. Now you're selling a ticket for 500 for a show. So that's what I was trying to explain.
Can I interject there?
Let's build the culture first.
I'm hearing what you're saying. I'm hearing the buying culture, right? There's another sales trick, because at the end of the day, this is about sales.
Yeah.
Right? It's a business, so something has to be sold.
Yeah.
Right? So if there's a sales technique. If you can give enough for free.
Okay.
And the day I say, hey, now give me $500.
Yeah. For the same thing you're giving me for free.
For free. I've been giving you for free. Giving. Let's see you support. Here's something, $500. Buy it. I did do that once. and it actually worked. During COVID, I sold merch. I thought it wouldn't take off. Before COVID, I sold merch.
Okay.
The formula failed, but COVID then allowed me to readapt and resell my merch in a different way, which it worked. It was a little bit more work, but it worked, right? And I did make more money because I didn't end up, being with so much inventory at the end.
Okay.
So inventory means having too much stock, which you can't sell.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
Which means
yeah.
the sizes don't correlate
At least
to your
it
audience.
moved. Yeah.
So you end up giving away freebies because now you don't want the stock to sit. But if I give away freebies, you can use it as a marketing ploy for people to buy more.
Yeah, I think for me that makes sense when there's a catch, right? Like for an example, let me say I'm an artist, I'm recording this music. Then now I decide to say, let me give this music out for free. Give the music out for free, the music makes the impact. But then what's the catch? I'm gonna go on the other side and make you experience this music live now. We communicate. Then you
gotta
buy
see-
tickets.
Yeah, I mean, that's
So
what
what
I'm
I'm trying to
see the conversion.
Yeah. So for me, what I'm trying to say is it's not going to be the same model, but then the artist needs to think beyond saying, like the entitlement of need to be booked. You need to book me. So which means now your bread relies on another man. If that man decides to put it off,
Hey,
then
man.
you starve.
Let me come back to my phrases, man. Shout out to Devon G. You changed my life that day. If you're not getting booked, you book yourself.
Clean.
And that's the number one rule now. It's like,
Yeah.
hey man, there's no money coming in. I gotta go. If you're creative
Yeah.
and you know how to hustle and you call yourself a hustler and you said you're doing this full time.
Yeah.
Even though I have a graphic design diploma, right? I'm qualified. I'm gonna go and make sure I generate my own income through the creativity that I have induced in myself.
Definitely.
Right? I've injected myself with creativity.
Yeah.
It's time to get
I'm a
to get
graphic
high on
designer
that.
myself, by the way. So
Shout out, let's give
we're
that.
designing.
You understand? So I'm giving, I'm saying I must now get high on my creativity, right? So that I can make
Create.
whatever money that needs to
Create.
be made. You understand? So
Yeah.
create. So people always say, no, I'm creative, but then now you're struggling.
Yeah, because even as artists, the things we're feeling entitled to, it's other people's creatives.
Let's not get on that topic.
Yeah, because I want to be here. I deserve to be on this podcast. Switch created. Why don't I go create mine if I deserve to be on the podcast?
Shout out.
Do you
I
understand?
think that's such a big thing now, which the what is it, Y? Gen what?
The Gen Z.
Gen Z, not Alpha yet, right? So Gen Z feels entitled to be like, no, I'm the shit. I got 50,000 followers. I must be on the lineup. Then it's like, on what basis? Right? You've got one single out, and now you're supposed to be there.
The entitlement.
On how? Like how does that come to play? Like,
And then you happen to give them the platform, then none of those 50,000 people come through.
they'll never.
Then what sense does it? What?
So you see, and that's why building an intellect. I mean, look at Casper, bro. He spent all his money. Obviously, did get assistance when people start believing.
Yeah.
And people bought a ticket to see if he was gonna fail.
Yeah.
Right, which was a bold move, but
Yeah.
he's the goat at marketing his stuff.
Yeah.
He's got his formula. So what if he's streaming right now? Right? I heard some other brew said, the Grootmans are all going into podcasts. Well, look at podcasting today.
Podcast is crazy now.
It's game over.
Yeah.
By the way, make sure you help us out at M Studios. Give us a donation. We're trying to save the studio and keep it going. There's a lot of podcasts, about 40 podcasters out there that do this, that give you the entertainment. Make sure you go out there, back a buddy. Check it out. The link is on M Studios ZA on Instagram. Yo, shout out to everybody. Give us a like, give us a subscribe, give us some super thanks. Yo, we're also out in East London. Shout out to Brad Jeffs for giving us his place, letting us use it. So, and that's why, when you look at some of these artists, we're not bashing them out. It's just more of the eye-opening scenario that's happening in each and every city. Like, I've spoken to OK Swisher. He's from the Eastern Cape.
Yeah.
He's building himself in
Joburg.
Jersey of simple things like creating an online show of his own, and now he's into podcasting. Shout out to him. And we had when we started the year, we brought him in because he's kind of like he's the hip hop news reporter.
Yeah, definitely.
Currently of
He's
the
word.
new wave.
Yeah.
He's the word on the street. And he's really making it. And he's got an endorsement from Slicker on Life. Who's the other one, Pa? Because my man's also works for him. You said Slicker on Life and? right? And he's also doing some stuff for NBA. Like he's moving.
He's putting in work.
He's putting in
Yeah,
work,
he's
and
putting in work.
and the kids are respecting him because he's giving light to the kids, and that's why his numbers raised because he's opening up the door. You understand? I've gotten a lot of artists from his show, and and he's also he's learning from me. Now he knows, but he knows we're always chatting, we're always exchanging notes, and I'm learning from him because you gotta be open to learn.
Yeah, you
Right,
should connect me with him because he's from this side. I want him to also connect with his roots, with his...
Well, we were supposed to be on this trip, but we couldn't get him on. Hey, man, trust me, the flight's expensive. So, yeah, man, and I really admire what, you're doing with yourself and Major. Shout out to Pondo Wave Cyphers. They've been really, and yourself, you've been helping us out, really put this together. When we did Shoot Your Shot, it was absolutely crazy, insane. And yeah, we'll come back with maybe another guest or a prominent artist who want to blow up here. Well, not blow up, but I mean, bring them here to see what's happening because the love is big out here. I know you guys have brought certain artists out here and it goes crazy, right?
Definitely.
And like you say, sometimes, and obviously now you guys are gonna build a home out here at Jeff's place.
Yeah.
To do once a month, type things.
Yeah.
And shout out to once again,
Yeah.
Major, Tef, Pondo Wave Cyphers, ASE. That man has got like 100 companies under him. You know what I mean?
That man is pushing.
Right?
That man is working, that man.
And, like I said to, I don't know who it was, to one of the other artists who said like, oh man, you guys are all got to connect in terms of networking. If they want to come and do a listening session at your store, people can come there, bring their sneakers, you get like a 50% discount voucher.
Yeah.
That's more business for you. That's more business for everybody. They get a venue because you've got a venue.
Yeah.
And then they can make it kind of like a pop-up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And these are simple things that can happen because sneakers are part of the culture.
Part of the culture. The whole business is initiating from hip hop. That's where it started.
Yeah.
The motivation is us being sneaker collectors, sneaker heads,
Yeah.
and then we just tend the passion to the actual business.
Right. Your top 5 right now that you see nationally, not just in East London. Don't be biased. Right. Your top 5 right now that we should be looking out for. I remember my top 5. One of them was Boot Legend from Eastern Cape.
Yeah.
Obviously because we did a mixtape. And then who was us? Was Peg. Was Tor Ricky Worldwide. And I can't remember the other 2. But I remember, the guys who OK Susha did mention was Brother Cooper, Jay Katana, and they are gone. They are flying. Right? Who's your top 5, bro? I do have maybe like a new top 5. I did mention Xavier, which he did well. He did start blowing. There's things that's happening around there, which is great. But I do have some other new prominent peoples.
Yeah, but for me, it would be on my number 5. I would put
Why?
Yeah, definitely. On my number 5, I would put a guy called Soso Boy for sure. He's from here in Tanzania. He's in Joburg now, doing a lot of moves, heavy moves. He's crazy. He just shot a video. He's dropping a single. I haven't interviewed him,
right?
But I can see he's coming from the dance culture.
Okay.
Because the first time I was introduced to him, he was doing the Kwaito house type of thing.
Right, like
he came through.
and all those kind of things.
He might have been hip hop before that, but my recollection of him.
Right.
And then he would be on my number 5. And there's another guy called ATP. ATP is a kid, is late 90s, but he sounds like an 88 born. He's boom bap.
He's on the boom bap. He's got that kind of. Well, he's just got that influence.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. That will be my number.
ATP. Okay.
Yeah, ATP was supposed to be on your show in PE, but he was late.
Let's not go back there. It's another story.
Yeah,
it's another story. But anyway.
And then my number 3 would be Bravo Leroux.
Interesting. Why 3? Because he's already gone gold on his joint. What was the joint he did with Java?
Something like that, but it was from his album.
Isn't it International Kubev?
That's the name of the album.
Yeah.
But the song, I was going to go there. That's why he's on my number 3, is because I feel like he's solid, and I feel like
he's really is kind of holding the flag for Cape Town for real.
But for me,
especially with Isikosa, right?
For me, what I like most about him, he doesn't make it about Cape Town, because apparently he's from Tanzania and we connect with him from this side.
That's crazy.
Because even though he might be slanging Cape Town, even when he speaks, he doesn't speak like us. Even him, we know, but we also find a home in him.
Yeah.
We also we also connect with
But
him.
now for real is the international Kubev because now he's
It's
got a nose
definitely-
there from Switzerland. You see?
is doing it in another level. So I would have him.
Shout out, bravo!
I would have him on my number 3 because the reason I'm putting on him on 3, he's the balance.
Right.
There's 2 this side. There's
Okay.
2 this side.
I feel you.
So he's the balance.
Okay.
And then on my 2, I would put Flesh. Flesh on my number 2. The reason for putting him on number 2 is not because I feel like he's doing better than Bravo, but I feel like I need to have a conversation with him because he's been coming. But there's this one button that I feel like as an observer of the culture, he needs to press and fly because he's putting in serious work.
We were having this conversation, right? And I think, we got to look at sometimes, when some of the artists, they at this plateau and you're like, I'm always hearing about Flash Kumkani, you know what I mean? And it's like, guys, but the man's has been rapping like Eastern Cape, but now, and he's coming to Jersey, he's getting the features about MT, Bravo, everybody. He's got mad features, but now it's not on the rocket ship. And I mean, and look at the Tony Diamanis, Usmamani, Brother Cooper, Jay Katana. Those guys are just coming with a brand new thing right now.
Yeah.
Home Quietos, I would say it's what it's called. You understand? And they are gone, bro.
Gone. Gone.
Literally, they're gone.
Yeah, even their bubbling under was not too much. It was just
bro.
We just knew about them. Then the next thing they've got a big record. They establishing themselves. That is why I'm saying I'm putting him on because I also understand that even though Flash hasn't really, for me, been a player in the mainstream as much as he needs to be, there's people he's put on. Not necessarily put on in a sense that established, but people he's said, exam fair too, let's go.
Right.
Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Isandla sakhe usolulile ngesixhosa.
Sure.
Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Behind him, we're gonna go together.
Yeah,
right?
and then my number 1 would be obviously Younger Chief. I would put Younger Chief on number 1, and then
But it's more like okay. I'll get to the end.
The reason I'm putting Younger Chief on number 1 like that is because to a certain, I don't know if he's aware, to a certain degree, people from the Eastern Cape knew that he raps in Xhosa, but they didn't see him as a Xhosa rapper.
You saw him as a Joburg rapper.
They saw him as a Joburg rapper that raps in our language. So they didn't really identify with him. But as what he's done for Bravo Leroux or Salty and the other guys of saying Bafetu, and I saw one of his interview where he was saying he doesn't mind working with anyone as long as you put in work. He doesn't work. So I saw, and then I took that word and then I followed him. And I saw the guy is really working with people. Then I would have on top of that top 5, I would have Ifani looking over everyone.
Damn, you're really just...
Ifani is looking over them like this and
He's the
saying...
godfather of Eastern Cape.
maybe...
You really give, the old school dudes their flowers big time. Epa!
Yeah.
This man.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
And I mean, like, your guys are really giving, the guys who's kind of like the forefront, isiXhosa rappers.
Yeah.
Who started it out and gave a name, just like, the 3 Months Cups, Ifani,
Scarps.
Those are kind of legendary guys. And what I hear and I see is like your guys keep giving those guys their flowers, which shout out, we got to give them dabs. And I think it's dope. It's dope to see that people know that, yo, man, we come from these pioneers.
Yeah.
You understand? And that's something very rare to see today because if you look at Joburg, everyone comes from Ricky. You know what I mean? There's no one else except Ricky. You understand? You don't hear people say, no, I come from Casper.
Yeah.
Some will say, maybe I come from AKA. But AK was just too diverse. No one really caught really.
Yeah,
You know
but
what
I
I mean?
think with us the influence comes from our culture because our culture is. I'm not saying other cultures are not, but our culture is.
Come on now.
Yeah, our culture is respect based. So even if you older than me, because until we go to the initiation school and all these other things.
Right.
So whoever goes there first, it doesn't matter how much they flop.
Sure.
You have to respect them.
They set the pace.
Yeah, you have to respect them. Even when they say foul things, you can't address them publicly because ngabakhuluwa. So even then now, when Flash Kumkani, they go to Joburg and they make it to levels we've never make it on. So if I say something to him, he's forced to listen because there's always that mentality of umkhulu ted. Man, I mean, an older man is speaking, so I have to listen. So even when then now we see Dreamer's Cup is probably, I'm the early 90s kid, then the probably mid 80s or 80s, I don't know. But I see
they're
them
kind of early 90s.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but maybe because they came into the hip hop scene and
Sure.
they became prominent before me.
Yeah.
So when they speak, I listen. I have to
late
listen.
90s, not bad.
Yeah. So the bruise, what you are saying, it's a compliment to us because that is the root of our culture as Xhosa people to say, you respect your elders. You respect them on that level of having to listen to them even when you disagree.
Yeah. I mean, you look at it like, when I finally came out, it was more of a gimmick. It was a gimmick with Airway. For me, I thought, no, this is crazy. I loved it.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of like, Busta Rhymes when he was also kind of gimmicky, making it a fun thing. And people were, they were attracted to that. No, man, this guy's making it fun.
Yeah.
It's not too serious. Just like we had a Pitch Black Afro, he made it fun. Just like Spike was delicious, made it fun. Even though it was quiet, though, he made it fun. You understand? And I think also in the same breath, music is about having fun.
Definitely.
It's about having fun, expressing yourself. And a lot of people miss that part today because now people are too dark, they emo, they're talking about killing themselves, drugs, I'm bleeding here, I'm that, my name is Nosebleed. You feel me? No disrespect. But I mean, that's the story.
Yeah, that's true.
That's the story.
True, yeah.
And it's like, guys, where's the fun? And that's why, if you look at it like a Kindly Nash, he's really having fun with music right now.
Yeah.
He's having fun.
He's having too much fun.
Right?
The
Fun at
videos are
Touchline
crazy.
is also created a vibe. Brother Cooper, they're creating vibes, you understand? And I think people are taking it too serious, which means you're drawing down the fun part. You understand?
Fun part, yeah.
And there is a serious part, but let's bring the happiness. Let's
Again.
make it happy. Let's
Yeah.
make it cool. Let's make it
Yeah.
fun. And that's more. Where I'm getting to. So that's your top 5. Cool. I did want you to give me like new up and coming.
Yeah.
But okay, we'll stick with it. When you come back next time, I'm sure we'll have a brand new top 5.
Yeah.
For me personally, I mean, man, I think we've just seen them all kind of like blossom right now. For me, I haven't really seen someone really touch on certain levels. I'm going to look at one guy. Okay, let's look at these guys. The Must Be Mob Boys, right? They were on the show a couple of weeks ago. So the Must Be Mob, Sway and Fresh. That's one for me. They're from the Val. Check them out. They're really, really cool. Rapping in Sotho, ne? Rapping in Sotho. Very, very cool. Very crazy stage presence. They were also out at the Val, Shoot Your Shot. Who else? Damn, they were nice there. Pretoria. There's a guy named Trophy.
Okay.
He's also dope. He's also killing it on the streams, but he's got Spitori on his back. You understand?
Okay.
So he's doing that whole vibes of rapping in Spitori, and it's totally different to. Well, it's not different, but it's along the lines of what's happening in Pretoria. This is no particular order. Then we've got sure. Durban. I don't know just yet. I mean, everybody who's really coming out right now, I've seen them kind of pop off. Shout out to Xavier Thomas. He's been doing great stuff. He's really, come up after the last 3 years. He did Rick Ross. He did the Rebel BC1 Cyphers, won it against a prominent rapper named Ili Amin. If you don't know who that man is, go check him out. Ili Amin is another one. You got to check out. So, top 2. Well, not top 2, but like I said, no particular order. I can't really think of really people that have really just struck me in terms of their content, what they're doing.
Cape Town, what's happening in Cape Town?
There's another girl, her name is Sarah the Lyricist. I've been seeing her bubbling under in Cape Town. I got to meet her finally on the Red Bull 64 Bars tour.
Okay.
So I saw her. She was nice. She was really, really different, nice, but also as a female rapper, killing it. Oh, then there's this other girl, Lizzie Lane, also another girl that I saw out in Cape Town with the bars. So definitely checking out for Lizzie Lane. Gonna see what she's got to offer. And then of course I met some people out here, the Dynasties. Dynasties from Mtata.
Mtata.
Right, some from Mtata. Heard a lot of hype. Well, obviously saw his Shoot Your Shot, killed it. The vibes. So yeah, there's a lot of, you gotta balance out with some of the females that's coming up, because that's also like a minority of in terms of music catalog that we don't have. Because I'm part of the Back to City committee, and we look at certain things and we ask like who's kind of like prominent, who's been keeping the consistency. And that's what happens with some of the females, right? No disrespect, we're just putting out a point here. Females are not consistent.
Yeah,
They start and then it's like, then they gotta mention Tam Carson. That's the one I'm looking out for. It's Tam Carson from Joburg, from Bloemfontein, but in Joburg. Tam Carson, she's always rolling out with Boozy Lee. She's got it going. I think she's gonna, if she gets it right, it's gonna be fire, right? I think she's got something going there. And I think also there is to bring that like we're seeing the Sexy Rays, the Glow Rollers, the Latos, whatever her name is, to bring that sexiness, the baddies to come out and do their thing.
Yeah.
No Fune Yakani, also waiting for her to really just go for it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Waiting for her to really, really go for it. Then we saw some other girls as well. A-lister, Freckled Han, the Iguap, another one, also nice. Heard of the flows, they were on the show. She's from Cape Town but resides in Joburg now.
Okay.
So these girls have been on the show. So looking at these people right here in terms of progress, let's see what happens in the next few months.
Yeah.
Because you can't really say now, but just watch out for them.
Yeah.
If they make the right moves, if they calculate it, if they go for it,
they'll make the impact.
yeah, of course.
They will.
Put everything on the table and just because you want to do it now. So put everything on the table, go for it, go all out. And just really be consistent.
Yeah, the ladies need to be consistent because there's actually appetite in hip hop for female rappers.
A lot.
Because we always have maybe 2 at a time, maybe one.
Currently, right now, it's just 2. I mean, we got K Kid.
Yeah.
Right. She's killing it right now. Like, yeah.
The album is crazy.
Yeah. She done did it.
The album is crazy.
She done did it.
I mean, that's what we need. Sometimes we need to listen to your album not because you're female, because it's a rap or hip hop album.
Right.
And we appreciate it for being a hip hop album.
Correct.
Because at some point I didn't know she's a female. I'm
no
telling
disrespect.
you. I'm telling you.
Respectfully.
I'm like, because I wasn't really interested in that. I was because I wasn't really tapped in her music like that.
Yeah.
But when she dropped the album, someone sent me the link. Like, when you get time or when you're driving around doing collections, check this out. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm like,
cool. So we're gonna wrap it up. I mean, we definitely want to come back to East London and check out what's the vibes.
Yeah.
Shout out to you. Shout out to Major. Shout out to Porno Wave Cyphers. Shout out to Taff. Shout out to also man doing the damn thing, being in trouble and you're not giving up.
Yeah.
And check out the sneaker. What's it called?
It's Black Race Sneaker Wash. Black Race Sneaker Wash. It's revolutionary.
South Africa. So it's about blackness. Right?
We are what we are.
Right?
So yeah, do check that out. Follow me on all socials. Ayerz Mabinda. Ayerz.
Just follow him on Facebook, bro. That's Eastern Cape. Trust me, Facebook is alive, people. Trust me. You don't even understand it's alive, for real.
To be honest, yeah.
Man. Shout out to you, bro. Shout out to you for holding down the culture. Check him out online at Keith and Gacy's radio station.
Every Wednesdays, 7 to 9.
It's a Xhosa rap, hip hop heritage, right?
Yes, sir.
As again, like I said, guys, go check out the fun and you can build something from it, right?
Yeah.
Get that brew. Fikema, he's got something very special about him, bro. You gotta get it.
Super nice.
Yeah, he's nice.
Super
he's nice,
Super
and
nice.
shout out to everybody who's been tuning in. There's our last episode for the East London edition. Shout out to Jeff's Play. Shout out to everybody that was involved. You really, really made it happen. Shout out to Red Bull. And man, we'll be back same time, same place next week. Maybe from a different city. We don't know, but we gotta see. Man, all I know is Durban, Mpumalanga, Free State, which is like Welkom. And Durban. Get the poses up, man. Let's see who gets it. Let's see who gets it next, because East London, they came through. Trust me. And for me, it's your boy DJ Switch, the mixtape. If you don't know, now you know. As well as Ayerz Mabinda, representing the sneaker game, the culture, cleaning your couch in your home soon. Just make sure you go check him out. He can come do all these nice couches out here. You feel me? We'll see you next time. Peace.
Easy.
Is it a cut?
Good.